As of 2008, more people in the world live in urban environments than live in the countryside. That's a first. That's a demarcation line in human experience that we haven't experienced before. What that means is that in the future, if that continues, and it probably will, and it's happening everywhere, human beings will either slowly lose their daily meaningful experience in nature, or it will mean the beginning of a new kind of city. I like to think it's the latter, because that new kind of city will be a much more interesting city.
From the Rockies and the foothills to the prairies and the badlands, from the lakes and the rivers, it's nature's invitation. From the bears and the bison to the coyotes and the cougars, from the elk and the moose, it's nature's invitation.
Becoming Canadian in a national park.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear that I will be faithful and fulfill my duties.
This outdoor citizenship ceremony in Banff National Park is part of a new movement by many different organizations to get immigrants in touch with Canada's nature.
Congratulations.
However, it's not just for the newcomers' benefit. The future of Canada's parks and natural areas may depend on it.
New Canadians are accessing our parks and historic sites currently, but not in significant numbers, and especially not for multi-day uses. They may come, for example, for a family picnic or a bit of hiking in our national parks that are more accessible to urban areas. And our challenge is to work with these communities, how to get them out to our national park, national historic site.
Immigration has always been a defining aspect of the Canadian landscape, and never more so than today. Despite being the least populous nation among the G8 countries at 33.5 million people, Canada now has the fastest growing population. 2/3 of the overall population growth in Canada is attributed to immigration, most of whom come from China, the Philippines, and India. Many of these newcomers only experience Canada's natural splendor through television or photographs, and this, in the eyes of many, presents a real issue. Visitor numbers to national parks are declining, and new incentives are being offered to get new Canadians more in touch with the nature around them. It isn't just new immigrants either. A lifestyle devoid of nature has high stakes for all Canadians.
We are less and less connected to nature. And as a consequence, I call that nature deficit disorder, and it has profound implications for our relationship with nature. It has profound implications for our psychological health, for our physical health. If this break between all of us and nature continues, who will be the future stewards of the earth? If kids don't grow up with an experience in nature that is profound, the studies show that conservationists, environmentalists, whatever we want to call them, almost to a person had some extraordinary experience in nature when they were kids. What if that virtually ends? Where will future stewards of the earth come from? We'll always have environmentalists, but increasingly, environmentalists will carry nature in their briefcases, not in their hearts. It's a very different relationship. So whether it's immigrants or the rest of us, that disconnection from nature has to be confronted.
Getting new immigrants in Canada to experience the country's iconic wilderness has been a goal for a few resettlement agencies in the Albertan cities of Edmonton and Calgary. For a few years, they have been holding pilot projects where they take new immigrants into provincial and national parks and teach them how to camp.
So when you pitch your tent, what you want to do is find a location normally that's going to give you shade in the morning time.
The Edmonton Mennonite Centre for Newcomers has been leading the way with these Learn to Camp programs.
There's research and inquiry going on about what it means to connect to a new country, and we thought that connecting to the land would be one avenue into really feeling at home in your new place.